Welcome to our next video in the Boundary Retracement series. We've talked about what is an original survey and a retracement. We've gone through the 3 stages of a retracement survey, and now it comes time to talk about the record research. So let's make this video a little more fun, and let's talk about the 3 items that most surveyors overlook when they perform the record research as part of a boundary retracement survey. So if you're a reasonably competent boundary surveyor, you're going to pull the plats, you're going to pull deeds, you're going to go back in a certain amount of time to do the deed research. We've all done this before. But let's think about what we're missing. What do I typically see surveyors miss and forget about when they're doing their record research? Number 1 is going to be court judgments. A lot of times, properties have a long history, decades or over a century in some parts of the country, maybe 2 centuries. Well, guess what? There's probably, or there could be, court decisions that judicially set the boundary line. I had a case in Orange County, Orlando, Florida, where the boundary between 2 residential parcels was in dispute. After looking at the deeds and kind of scratching my head because the deed from the neighbors didn't really match up so well, we went back in the Orange County court records and found a boundary determination with a surveyor's map and a surveyor's legal description setting this line between the 2 neighbors over 70 years ago. Pretty useful, right? And that was what was used to determine the boundary. Makes sense. Number 2 is going to be private survey records. I am so jealous of places like California and Nevada because they have things called records of survey, where you have a survey record repository in the county or the state government somewhere, and it tells you, a whole list of surveys with parcel numbers and owners and whatever. Well, guess what? I don't practice much in California or Nevada, mainly in Florida and Texas. They don't have those. So if you find a boundary marker, or if you have a previously recorded plat or survey for some reason, go to the surveyor, if he's still alive, still in business, and ask him for his records. I was doing a job in Coconut Grove, Florida, found one boundary marker, sent an email in, and within like 2 hours, this surveyor had emailed me over a dozen different maps he'd done in the area, and I probably saved 2 weeks worth of work, if not more, by having the coordinates of all his monuments in the area. It was a really a good stash of documents. Now, sadly, a lot of times the surveyors don't respond to my letters or emails, but when they do, it's good stuff. And finally, the third thing in the record research is really getting to know the surveyor. So whenever we have a survey map or we have a corner where we have a surveyor's number, we reach out to the board and we ask the local board, do you have any complaints against this person? Do you know this surveyor? Can you give me information? Because some surveyors are very precise and not very accurate, while other surveyors could be plus or minus a foot, but when they set their monuments, very accurate location based on the original survey. So the third, hidden item is just getting to know the surveyor through his documents and or board complaints. All right, so we've talked about the 3 different kind of forgotten items in a record research: the court decisions, survey files in the local office, and going to be the surveyor board complaints. Maybe you can use that to uncover a few more hidden items during your retracement survey and get ready for stage 2. We'll see you next time.